Right, okay, guys. So, cast your mind back to last year. What, 14 months ago? You might remember me mentioning that I had a pretty impressive pickup. Something you don't find every day, certainly not out in the wild anyway. And I told you guys I was going to show you what it was. Well, you're probably wondering why that never happened. Well, I ended up with a rather nasty injury and then had to go into hospital for an operation. And then when I came out 3 weeks later, I then got rushed back in with blood clots on my lungs. And it took a while to bounce back from that, I'm not going to lie. So as a result, I never got around to showing this. That's one reason, but there is another reason. The other reason is that around the time I picked this up, somebody called Cy from Ginger Hippie Gaming stumbled across a lockup with a friend of his. And it just so happens that one of the items he found in this lockup is exactly the same as the item I'd picked up. His one was a display model though, so there is a slight difference. And by me saying that, you probably already got an idea of what I'm talking about here. But the point is, it seems that because he'd found one and he'd showed it and then he showed restoring it and all that, like, it just seemed like it was a bad time to put the video up because, if you like, there was an oversaturation of it. You know, everyone would have then looked at this video and gone, yeah, all right, what else is new? We've already seen one. You know, we see one just yesterday on Size Channel. So I wanted to put a bit of distance between it. And like I say, the other thing was that I was recovering and I wasn't really able to lift anything heavy at the start. And when I show you this box, you're gonna see why I wasn't able to really pull this thing around until, you know, more recently. But anyway, enough talking. Let's show you what I'm talking about here. And as I'm saying this, I'm having to pick it up, and it's quite a weight. And bearing in mind, I've been back in the gym now for a good few months now, but it's still not light. And in fact, you can't even see it properly, can you? So, but yes, it is exactly what it looks like. It is a Nintendo Entertainment System Deluxe set. Well, I'm going to put this down because obviously it's way too big for you to see it properly. Unless maybe I move my chair back. There we go. Now you can see it. So what I can tell you about this is that virtually everything's in it and it's working. That I can tell you. I can't really show you the Rob the Robot working, unfortunately, because there's a claw missing and the battery compartment's missing on the bottom. And the problem you have is every time you set him down to like use him, the batteries keep falling out. So yeah, I need to find the battery compartment and a claw, or maybe get one 3D printed or something. I don't know, something along those lines, to get around that. Because I have found a few claws on eBay, but people, because they know what they've got, they're charging silly money. I'm sure I saw a claw for like 50 quid. I thought, I'm not paying that, like 50 quid just for a plastic claw. Sod off. I'd rather 3D print it, you know. So, but yeah, I can tell you that it fully works. Now, the other thing you might notice on the front of the box, I don't know if you can see that, says there what games comes with it. It says there Gyromite and Duck Hunt. Well, I can tell you it didn't just come with Gyromite and Duck Hunt. It came with a few other games as well. So I was really, really lucky with this. It seemed that there was more in here than should have been in it. Obviously, the light gun's in there. All the bits, like I say, to Rob are there and it's working, except the claw and the battery compartment. Extra games, controllers, light gun, all there, all working. The only thing that I was missing, other than the two bits I've already said, was the AV lead for the TV. So another reason why in this, you know, video, you're going to see some footage of me going through the box, showing you what was in it. But obviously, you're not going to see me powering this thing up because, like I say, at the time I recorded most of this, I didn't have the leads to actually plug it in. And also, like I say, the battery compartment and the claw's missing. So, but yeah, I've been very lucky. And I should add, I haven't even told you where I found this. So this was in a charity shop. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're probably, no way. Yes way, this was in a charity shop. And in fact, if you've watched one of my videos recently, you would have seen one where I picked up a buggy run. And you're probably thinking like, oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, guess what? Same shop. So yeah, surprising. You can see why I keep going back there, right? So yeah, do you know what? I can't even remember what I paid for this. I know that I remember telling them that, you know, it was worth a bit. You know, I didn't swindle them. I could have done, but I'm not that sort of guy. You know, like I'm a big believer in karma, right? What you put out into the world, it comes back on you. You know, it does. And you know, when it comes to charity, I mean, who would do that anyway, right? So I remember telling them, you know, it was worth a bit. I don't remember exactly how much, but I know I paid a very fair price. So they did well out of it, and so did I. So everybody's happy. But yeah. So anyway, as I'm saying all this, obviously you're seeing the B-roll and you'll be seeing all the bits that come in it. But yeah, like I say, I would have showed you this sooner, but it just seems that it would be the wrong time to do it because, number one, like I say, this box was heavy, and at the time I couldn't even pick this up, so I couldn't really I wouldn't have been able to do the video justice. And on top of that, obviously my health was not great anyway. And then on top of that, side just found this lock up. You know, he'd found a display model in there, and I didn't want to take the shine off of that, but at the same time, I felt that this needed to be its own thing and not be, you know, the same time as all that, because like I say, it would have kind of took the shine off it, right? I mean, for me, and I know I said this on my buggy run video, I said on that, is this my best pickup? Well, actually, I think I probably would have to say it's this, right? It's not every day that you're going to find one of these in the wild, let alone in a charity shop. And it works. So, yeah, I think this is easily my best pickup so far. Anyway, guys, cat's now out of the bag. You know what it was. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, take care, stay safe. Nerdy Geezer out.